Hello everyone, today I'm making a skin tone watercolor palette. And because I want it to be a limited watercolor palette, I used a Smalls Altoid box and the Daniel Smith Raw Sienna, Daniel Smith Quinacridone Burnt Orange, the Core Venetian Red, the Core Van Dyke Brown, and the Amgram Ultramarine Blue. I didn't just come up with those colors. I was actually watching some YouTube videos to get some ideas, and I came across a video on Jenny Granberry's YouTube channel as well as Arlie Bean's channel, and I'll link them down below. So Jenny got the core colors, and Arlie Bean added another color which she thought was a great addition. Now if you don't know those two talented ladies, I would highly recommend to visit their channels. Arlie Bean does wonderful illustrations in watercolor, and Jenny paints beautiful realistic portraits. So once you're done watching this video, just go ahead and go visit their channels. After waiting for a few days for the colors to dry, I decided to do a swatch card, and I did swatches with each individual color as well as each color mixed with each other. In other words, each mix has only two colors mixed together. And that way I was able to see what kind of color range that I had in my palette. And of course it was a really limited swatch card because I tried to do a 50-50 of each color. So I have a better range, you know, if I add more of one color than the other and more water, less water and all that stuff. But I just wanted to have a quick idea. And the reason why I decided to make such a palette is because I've been wanting to practice painting watercolor portraits, which, to tell you the truth, really surprised me because I've always had a fear of brushes. You see, I've mostly drawn with pencils over the years, and I've become very confident with them because I can control them, and a brush to me is not as easy to control, especially with watercolor. So again, over the years I tried different media like oil, acrylic, watercolor and all. So I'm getting better and better, and I'm not as scared of them, and I don't mind picking a brush anymore and jumping right into a painting. But I would never have thought I'd be wanting to paint portraits in watercolor, because not only is a brush scary to me, but watercolor is hard to control. But I think something that really helped me is having subscribed to those art supplies boxes like Art Snacks and Scroller Box, because for the last 2 years I've been just playing with art supplies that I was not familiar with, not being afraid of making mistakes, of drawing or painting ugly things. And I think that has taught me a lot, and it has helped me improve a lot as well. And now here I am going on a great adventure. So my first goal is to develop a technique and figure out how to paint the skin and all the things on the face without struggling too much. I'm trying to figure out where I should start, and if I should just paint one area at a time or paint all over. But being watercolor, if I don't want to wait for the paint to dry, I think for me the best is to paint on the whole painting at once rather than one little bit at a time. And I'm trying also to make my portraits look like their models, but it's not my priority right now. So as I'm more comfortable painting them, I will focus a lot more on the resemblance. But right now, I'll just do what I can. Now for the little story behind my choice of models, because I'm a sucker for period drama and Poldark is gonna start soon, the 4th season I think, I decided to draw a bunch of characters from that series. So this first person is Hugh Armitage, and he was introduced towards the end of last season. And I really can't wait to find out what happens next between him and Demelza Poldark. Now back to the paints themselves, I think the colors are wonderful. They're really vibrant, yet they look natural. So I'm really happy with this choice, and I'm very thankful for Jenny Granberry and Arlie Bean for their suggestions. And I'm also happy to have just a small palette dedicated to portrait paintings. Although I was not really able to make a nice green that I might need if I had green eyes to paint. So maybe in the future I'll make a slightly bigger palette with a few more colors. For now I'm really happy and excited. I'm pleased with what I painted. Doesn't resemble the model very much, but I think overall it looks really nice. So I'm excited to paint some more and to share my progress with you. I'm going to try to fill the sketchbook as fast as I can, and I hope that by the last page, which will be I think page 26, by the 26th portrait, I hope that there'll be tremendous improvement. And for now, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.